As rescuers reach parts of Indonesia cut off for 5 days, the death toll from the devastating earthquake and tsunami continues to rise. Officials say 1,407 people are confirmed dead. And residents of another province on Sulawesi Island are now having to deal with a volcano that started erupting. No immediate evacuations were ordered in North Sulawesi, about 600 kilometres away from the earthquake zone. But planes are being warned of ash in the air. That can only make relief operations more difficult. In a moment, David Lipson reports from Palu Airport, where people are desperate to escape. But first, Anne Barker travels to a part of the city that's buried in mud and where residents are struggling to cope.
For days, rescuers have struggled to reach this devastated village on the outskirts of Palu, and what they found in Balaroa is heartbreaking. Many have never seen anything like it. A massive sinkhole triggered by the earthquake swallowed most of the village. Very little is left, sticking out of the mud. In some places, it looks like entire neighbourhoods have been turned upside down.
The houses is going around and then falling down below and then sinking.
Nur Hayati is mourning the sudden loss of her husband. They'd been at a neighbour's house when the earthquake struck.
Suddenly the wall cracked and I yelled to my husband to get out. I ran away first, then the earth shook. By the time I looked back, he wasn't there.
She hasn't had the heart to tell their son his father is dead.
Only when I find my husband's body will I tell him. He lives far away and he still doesn't know something has happened to his father.
Of the 2,000 people who lived in this village, at least 600 are known to have died. More than 1,000 are still missing, so it's possible only a few hundred have survived. Not far away, another village, Patoba, looks like it's disappeared under the mud. There was no tsunami here. It's too far inland. It's hard to imagine these areas can ever recover. Mobile phone vision has emerged, showing the ground turning into what survivors described as quicksand. Homes collapse and drift away as the soil becomes liquid. Trees are brought down as the mud crushes everything in its path. Indonesia's main disaster agency has sent earth-moving equipment into Patobo. As rescuers count the loss from these two remote villages, the death toll is likely to climb, but they'll also need to try to help people rebuild their lives. Anne Barker, ABC News, Palu.